Scott Davenport here with a quick tip for you on the shadows and highlights sliders in Lightroom. So these are our guys over here in the basic panel. I've taken this image in and I've done a couple of things to it, basic adjustment wise, brought the exposure down a little bit on contrast, and I actually did a little bit of color work too. I'm going to hit that and you see there's nice blues of the sky come up. And normally, after I've done black and white adjustments, which are actually quite good for this photo, the camera did a nice job of it, I go to the shadows and the highlights. And normally I'm bringing the shadows up to open up the shadows. So in this case, we'd see this pier, and then bringing the highlights down so that I can rein in some of the lost detail and maybe the early morning sunrise there. Now the highlights are looking good. But here's a case where, for the shadows, I think this image works much better as a silhouette. So this pier, yeah, it's interesting and so forth, but there's no real strong light falling on this side of the pier. So instead, I'm going to use that shadow slider and just drag it down really far and just start making this into a silhouette. And maybe somewhere right around 70, as it turns out, there's a hint of detail here. But everything else, this is just a much cleaner image as a result. Maybe that's even a little bit too dark. Maybe pop that back up a little bit, but something like that. The point is, the shadows slider, while very often, at least for landscapes, I'm opening shadows and bringing that higher, when you're working on a silhouette, drag it to the left, darken those shadows, and really make your silhouette pop.